All right, welcome back to the page. It's your boy Steve, back with another one. Let's rap. All right, I just want to say before we get started, I want you to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I want you to leave a positive comment after the video if it helped you in any way, shape, or form. And today's topic is simply this. I want you to get yourself to victory status in every way possible. I want you to get yourself to victory status. I want you to get yourself out of victim mode into winning mode. I want you to get yourself to the next level. And we're doing this together as humanly as possible. We're getting ourselves together. What I want you to do is, I want you to really listen to what I got to say, because I got something important to say. All right, first of all, I want you to recognize where you are and recognize in every area how that is. In every way you can evaluate it. Recognize where you are. Recognize what the work is going to be required to get to the next level. It's totally worth it. It's totally worth it. There's never anything to be taken for granted when you're trying to go to the next level. Respect the work to get to the next level, and respect the personal growth that's required and the sacrifice that's going to go to the next level. In every area of your life, aesthetically, environmentally, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, what you got to sacrifice to get to the next level. Everything you got to sacrifice to get to the next level is worth it. And you got to make some type of sacrifice to get to the next level of where you are to victory status. It's worth it. Second thing you got to do is you got to make a decision to go higher as a human being and as a civic being. And that means making a conscious decision to not be like everybody else. And what's like everybody else? You either epitomize one or two things: excellence or the status quo. Period. You either epitomize one of those two things: the excellent person or the person who's status quo. And then after that, the next thing I want you to do is I want you to expand your mind and open your mind up to a greater level of consciousness, of success and achievement. Yeah, you successful on this plateau, in this dimension, but imagine how successful and how productive you could be at a higher level. I mean, I've heard a person say that it takes the same amount of effort to think small as it does to think big. And all it takes is a simple decision and the stretching of the human will to reach a level, a much higher level of consciousness. And when you do that, you can expand yourself to becoming a more successful person and a person more fulfilled and experiencing more achievement. And after that, I want you to use common sense. I know common sense ain't that common in the world we live in, because it's like people either glorify their education or they don't. Or they don't have it. They just validate what they validate. And one thing I've learned personally in my experience is that common sense is a lot more important than most people think. And one thing I keep hearing all over the world, people keep saying common sense isn't so common. And it's true, because even though you have education, intelligence, but common sense is overlooked quite a few times in the world. And the next thing I want you to do is I want you to get in the habit of using your common sense every day. Regardless if you have education or whether you don't value education or whether you just value intelligence, I want you to re-implement common sense. Being a person of simplicity is powerful. When you see, human beings love making everything so complicated. But when you keep things, number one, simple, and number two, You keep things understandable, and you learn how to use your head, use your thinking caps, as we say in elementary school. Never forsaking the basics of being able to think. You know, it's important to use the ticker while we got it, because one day you can have it one day, and the next minute it could be somewhere else. But it's important to use what we have. So use common sense to reach a new level of success and achievement. And document. I want you to personally document how you feel now that you've attained a new level of success, a new level of achievement. Track how you feel and track what you've experienced. Next thing I want you to do is I simply want you to forgive yourself. I know I've pissed some people off, and I can admit that as a human being. It's maturity to say you've upset some people in the past in personal growth or in human process of achievement. You've upset some people trying to achieve goals, trying not to achieve goals, losing focus, having focus and losing focus, especially if you got ADD, ADHD. You have a goal in mind, but it's easy to get distracted because there's a whole bombardment of things that need to get done. But since this channel is definitely aimed at helping people with ADD, ADHD, part of the focus I want for this exercise right here, I want you to forgive yourself for those who you've upset in the past and learn how to focus and forgive yourself and push forward from past mistakes and push forward to mastering the art of focus, putting one foot in front of the other, getting one exercise done one at a time, one step at a time, and learning how to push forward and practice the art of completing one task after another. So I want you to just stick to where you're going. Have a destination in mind, but have steps you take to get there. Next thing I want you to do is have a vision. I want you to have a vision, one of who you want to be on a greater level of consciousness and achievement. And I want you to also have a vision of how you want your life to be for you, for your family, for your community, how you want to make an impact. Whether it's small or big, you decide. It's your decision. I want you to have a vision. I want you to have a vision, write it down, and grow into that vision. Work for that vision to happen. And allow yourself to mature into displaying that vision for the world. Because honestly, the world is made of two types of people: the people who have a vision and the people who work for those who have vision. Because the people who work for the people who have vision have no vision. It's important to be a person of vision. It's important to have one, imagination, and two, a vision of who you see yourself as. I mean, it's important to have an idea of who you think you are. Because who you are right now could be okay, but who you see in yourself in your imagination could be a lot better, a lot happier, a lot more successful. Be a person of more resources, of more influence, of more status, of more success, and also could be a blessing more to your family, to your community. So, and I want to definitely encourage next that you work smart each day. You be consistent each day. And next, celebrate the successes along the way. And forgive yourself. Because nobody's human. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's divine. We're all human beings. We're trying to get it right. The main thing I want you to do is focus on getting better. As you keep on sticking to this new vision that you set for yourself, go back in your mind, forgive yourself, let the past go. You've upset some people, you've pissed some people off, but you're going towards a greater place, a greater place of success and achievement. Let's get ourselves to victory status. And the very last thing I want you to do as you're celebrating your successes along the way, as you're keeping working smart and you keep on staying consistent, is lead a legacy. Choose how you want this world to look after you're gone. And don't let it just be about money. I remember I heard a person say, poor is the man that all he thinks and all he has is just money. Money is just a small sub particle of success. That's just a drop in the bucket of all your success. Because, hey, you got intangibles and you got tangibles in this life. But who you are and how you make yourself feel by the end of your life, that matters more than what physical, tangible, and intangibles. It's important to have resources. That's important. It's important to have resources. And it's great to have more resources as you go to the next level. But let's not get it twisted. Don't measure your life just by tangible stuff. You want to also measure your stuff by the tangibles as well as the intangibles. Who you became in the process and who was blessed because of your life and who started to live their full potential because you lived your life to your full potential. So let's step our game up. Let's get ourselves to victory status. Let's get out of victim mode, forgive ourselves, and get into badass mode. Get into victory status. Get into happiness. Get into full potential. Let's start living full and dying empty. I want you to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a positive comment. If this video helped you in any way, shape, or form, and trust me, we in this together. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working, because eventually we're going to get better at mastering this thing called ADD, ADHD. We're going to get better. All right? Peace. Thank you for your time. I believe in you. You can be successful. Let's get bigger. Be blessed.